This is a summary of methods and approaches in English language teaching. They emerged according to the needs of teachers and learners. This video shows aspects regarding learning theory, language theory, teacher and student's role, and techniques. Grammar translation. This is the first method ever registered. In this method, deductive learning is essential. Rules are taught in the mother tongue. Translation and written language are the way to learn. Oral communication is not important. Classes are teacher-centered, students memorize everything. The interaction occurs mostly between teacher and students. Some of the techniques used in this method include translation of literary passages, reading comprehension questions, memorization, and composition.
Direct method. In this method, inductive learning is essential. Learning occurs naturally. Oral use is paramount with a strong connection between form and meaning in the target language. The teacher is a guide, helping students work with each other and sometimes with the teacher. Some of the techniques used in this method include conversations, role plays, fill in the blanks, and drawing for listening comprehension. Audiolingual method. Learning is inductively based on the principles of behaviorism via mechanical drills. Descriptive linguistics defines the language, always leading to require perfect pronunciation. The teacher is a model of accuracy for students to perform as well as possible. No errors are allowed while students practice drills. Some of the techniques used in this method include minimal pairs for pronunciation, grammar games, and substitution drills.
Silent way. Based on cognitive psychology, learning is rule formation and rules are learned inductively. Every language is unique and requires visual codification through colors, either for pronunciation or grammar components. Silence from the teacher is important to give responsibility to pupils, fostering interaction among them. Some of the techniques for this method include sound color charts, cognitive color rods, peer correction, and word charts. Community language learning. Cognitive and affective learning are important, paying attention to factors such as security, attention and aggression, retention and reflection, and discrimination. Language is for communication, creative thinking, and sharing culture, which foster an environment of trust. Teacher is a counselor that removes the threatening factor in the classroom, even behind students, to not inhibit them due to his knowledge of the language, helping students make use of the language little by little. Some of the techniques for this method include reflection on experience, human-computer, and small group tasks.
Suggestopedia. Students need to eliminate the feeling of not being able to succeed and overcome psychological barriers to learning. Communication is divided into language and factors affecting its conveyance, and errors are permitted to foster confidence in pupils. In this method, learners learn better if they get the information from a reliable authority, feeling more secure and less inhibited. Some of the techniques in this method are classroom setup for comfort, visualization, music, and choosing a new identity. Total physical response. Based on an innate value program to learn languages via physical movement. Verbs in the imperative are the central linguistic motif around the language used in the learning are organized. Initially, the teacher directs all students' behavior. Afterwards, students can be directors too. User commands, role reversal, and action sequence are the techniques used in this method.
Cognitive approach. There is the assumption that responses are the result of insight and intentional patterning. Language is seen as traditional grammar and as an operation or communicative function. The teacher gives meaningful and meaningless pattern drills exploiting various relationships. Students experience production of new learning from their previous schemata. Some techniques in this approach include application, implication, and collocation relationships. Communicative approach. Based on meaningful activities that promote real communication to achieve effective learning. Communicative competence is necessary for any social context, and there is a great focus on meaning and function. The teacher acts as a facilitator and monitor, while students perform active negotiation of meaning. Some of the techniques used are authentic materials, language games, and fill in the gap.
The humanistic approach. Based on the system of responsibility, free will, and striving towards personal growth and fulfillment. The humanistic approach practices teaching language items, teaching skills and teacher status, and flexibility. The teacher is a facilitator and an enabler, fostering an emotionally secure environment, while students are involved in socio-affective learning activities. Some techniques in this approach include cooperation, mind, and interest arousal. Task-based language learning. Focus on the use of authentic language and on meaningful tasks using the target language. It segments the target language into discrete linguistic items, such as points of grammar, lexical items, and functions. The teacher is an observer or counselor. Students are engaged and motivated in the second language task. Some of its techniques include cooperation, brainstorming, and linguistic skill building.